These are the Super Friends.
Our story finds Aquaman in a deep part of the Ocean City River where an orca has wandered too far up the river and gotten tangled in some weeds.
Aquaman struggles to free a whale who has strayed from the ocean.
You'll be out of here in no time, big fella. Now you can return to the sea, my friend.
And next time, consult your compass. Orcas are whales, but they're also dolphins. They have characteristics of both. That's why it's better just to call them orcas. They are their own critter. Suddenly, Aquaman notices that the water is getting warmer. In fact, it's getting downright hot.
Shades of Neptune! The water's on fire! Super Friends, come in! This is an emergency!
Meanwhile, Wonder Woman responds to the alert.
I read you, Aquaman. What's wrong?
Hello, Wonder Woman. You took last week off, as I recall. Between the two of them, they still can't stop the wall of fire from moving toward the open ocean. Good thing Wonder Woman also called Superman.
I'll find something to block that river before those flames reach the sea. This concrete highway is going to have to serve as a dam. This ought to stop those river flames.
Not for long if it's as hot as it seems to be. It should melt that asphalt in seconds. Fortunately, seconds are all Superman needs to blow the fire out.
It's very strange. I wonder what caused the waterfall to burst into flame.
It's a mystery, all right. But at least the immediate danger has passed.
You had to open your mouth. These guys are lava men. Their leader is Solderat, and their mission is to set the surface on fire until it's as hot as the planet's core. That way they can live on the surface. They're tired of being underground. They keep hearing surface dwellers talk about things like moons and Marses and Jupiters, and they want to see what it's all about. Granted, if they wipe out everyone on the surface, they won't have a clue what they're looking at, and there won't be anybody around to explain it to them. But everything in life is a trade-off. It's easy enough to get Superman out of the way. Solderat just throws a giant fireball toward the city, and Superman is off to chase it like a Labrador retriever chasing a tennis ball.
Better stop right there, Lava Man!
Behold my power! I have opened a hole in the ocean floor. The seas will run dry.
I've got to stop up that hole!
Where's the water going? Is he flooding his own underground home? Aquaman needed a quick way to plug the hole, so he raced over to Gotham City to the giant cork store. As we've seen, Gotham City must have had a giant version store for just about anything.
One super wallop will shatter this fireball. Great Krypton! I was too late! The heat from the fireball has melted the polar ice cap and has turned it into a tidal wave.
Yeah, when you do it all at once, that'll happen. That's why we brilliant humans are melting it slowly. That way only low islands and some coastal cities get swamped, and even then it's so gradual there's time to escape, although a lot of people won't believe it's happening and they'll drown anyway. So what if millions of people are displaced because certain people consider money more important than lives? At least they didn't get blasted by a tidal wave. That's something.
I must stop that wave before it floods the whole northern hemisphere. This should put the water back where it came from. Now, a blast of super chill breath will turn it back to ice.
That's fine, just try not to wipe out the Mastodons this time, okay?
Got to plug this hole up before it swallows everything in sight, including me. That rock formation will do the job. Now to get some help. That's it, my friends. Pull as hard as you can. Thanks, fellas. Now to deal with those lava men.
Solderat drained enough water that new beaches appeared in the most unlikely places. Inside of a year, each one had 3 resorts, and several countries experienced a new economic boom.
Your fires are about to be put out, lava men. Fight fire with fire. Now for your leader.
I guess they can't generate enough heat to melt those stones, so they're trapped. Well, you know how it goes.
When you're hot, that's right. And when you're not, you're not.
You may be the ruler at the Earth's core, Solderat, but not here. Go back or be destroyed.
You dare oppose the will of the mighty Solderat? You shall pay for your interference.
I don't know what he thought that would do, but it didn't. Maybe he's not familiar with Superman. Do they get cable at the center of the Earth?
So, you want a mud wrestle? Come and get me!
I finally have these mud heaps under control.
Yeah, you do, and that's good, but I kind of wanted to see what Aquaman was going to do. She collects him, and they deposit those 2 back in the volcano.
You can dish it out. Let's see how much you can take.
This dry heat, I'm cracking. Impossible. Solderat cannot be defeated.
You're going back to the center of the Earth, Solderat.
Back where you can't do any more harm.
I'm a little confused. How about you? At the temperature of lava, I doubt whether there's any dry heat versus moist heat. By that time, heat is heat. Whatever the mechanism, Solderat is temporarily weakened. But for how long? At least long enough for Superman to do that. Solderat has to go home and break out the shop vac to deal with all that water.
I'll just make sure they stay down there.
And so mankind is safe once again, thanks to the Super Friends.
Was that kind of abrupt? We didn't even see the result of Superman's heat vision. But we've seen before that runtime is a cruel mistress. Next cartoon, called Bizarro World.
High above the Earth, Skylab undergoes some vital repairs.
Yeah, have fun with that. Skylab was the United States' first truly functional space station. It only operated with a crew for 171 days, during which 3 different crews occupied it. All that happened between 1973 and 74. Its orbit decayed and it fell back to Earth in 1979, 2 years before this cartoon. If they want to repair Skylab, they have to find the pieces first.
This last weld should do it.
But unknown to the Super Friends, a deadly plot is about to be unleashed against them.
All repairs are complete. I'll be heading back now, Superman.
Black Vulcan, what's gone wrong?
I don't know, Superman. Skylab is going totally out of control.
I guess they found the pieces, but the pieces seem to be rebelling.
And in the depths of outer space, this evil plot can be traced to Superman's backward arch-rival, the villainous Bizarro.
Me crush Superman, him finished. Me lure Superman to Bizarro World, him go crazy here.
He doesn't talk like the Bizarro I know. That Bizarro says everything backwards. TV commercials say, "Don't buy this product." They describe movies they like as horrible and unwatchable. So, shouldn't he say Superman will go normal here?
This is the weirdest space center I've ever seen.
Has he met Bizarro? I can't remember, but he should know of him regardless.
Not surprising, Black Vulcan. We're on strange turf here. This is Bizarro World.
So this is the home of Bizarro. Then it's a trap.
There's no trap. We want super friends to visit Bizarro's spaceship, inspect, admire.
Some other time, Bizarro. Where are you? Come out and face us.
You not visit ship. Ship visit you.
Black Vulcan, jump!
That was rude, Superman. All he asked you to do was check his work on his rectangular rocket. On second thought, he might not have liked your report.
10, 6, 13, 1 half, 100, 0.
Superman, this thing's moving.
We're in one of Bizarro's ships.
Right, Superman, you in hot rocket. You fry too crisp.
Superman has to get them out of there, quick. Can he turn this thing around?
That'll stop the flow of molten rock.
You better than watching movies, Superman.
I suppose he could turn it around, but he'll drag it clear through the planet instead. Sadly, he didn't realize that when that superheated material hit the cold water, it fractured into countless pieces and Black Vulcan was never found.
Bail out, Black Vulcan. The ship's gone haywire.
Superman, look, that building.
Great Scott! That skyscraper's going to fall. We better move fast.
I doubt it. Bizarro is dinking around with them.
Help! Help! Thieves! They're robbing my store!
I'll go after this one.
You not find way out. You lost in maze of mirrors.
Black Vulcan figures he'll just blast his way out, but every time he hits a line of mirrors, there's another line behind it. Bizarro has them stacked 327,000 deep, I guess.
You need to shatter a million mirrors to find door.
I'll find it all right, Bizarro.
He needs to build up a nice big blast and send it in all directions, try to break them all at once. I don't actually know if he can do that or not.
And then you'll have to deal with me and Superman.
You're counting your chickens a little early, BV. Superman has his own stuff to deal with.
This is as far as you go, Bizarro World crook.
You not block way.
You won't get away up there.
You not go up, Superman. You go down.
Another Bizarro prank.
Question 1. Why did you get in that elevator instead of following him up the stairs? Question 2. Do you really think this is all he meant when he said you were going down?
You visit Red Kryptonite mine. Ha! You finished. Me lad. Yeah.
All right, Bizarro. Come out where I can see you. It's red kryptonite. I feel weak. Never know what it will do to me. Great Scott!
That's right, the Clark Kent persona was a disguise. Superman is really Alfred E. Newman. The red kryptonite has turned him into the guy who gets sand kicked in his face in those Charles Atlas ads in old comic books.
Me like change. Yeah, me got you now. Red Kryptonite harm Superman, not affect Bizarro.
Stop where you are, Bizarro!
You skinny weakling, not so Superman.
Put me down! You'll never defeat me, Bizarro!
I'll run you through with my dagger-like nose.
Me stronger! You let go!
stronger at the moment, Bizarro. But I still have my superior senses.
So that means that hurt me even worse than it would a regular person. Be intimidated.
What you do?
You're finished, Bizarro. Red kryptonite changes when its rays pass through my blue suit.
It changes when it passes through his blue suit. That's why he's got it wrapped up in his red cape. And once again, we see that kind of radiation and all that has nothing to do with it. The color of the filter over the light is all that matters. Bizarro is incapacitated.
Me weak. Me give up. Oh, you winner, Superman.
Your game is up, Bizarro. Black Vulcan, is that you?
Over here, Superman! You came just in time to get me out of this maze.
You probably noticed that filtering 2 pieces of red kryptonite through his suit permanently changed all the kryptonite in the mine to blue. Chemistry is so fascinating. Next cartoon, the Warlord's Amulet.
As Mount Fuji, Japan's most famous mountain, is suddenly shaken violently by an earthquake, a picturesque village is threatened with destruction. Head for shelter! The mountain is crumbling!
Mount Fuji, and indeed pretty much all of Honshu Island, gets earthquakes just about all the time. It's late March as I write this, and they've already had over 50. Mount Fuji may be a beautiful landmark, but it's also a sleeping giant. Most of the quakes are fairly small, but there are historical records of a good-sized earthquake triggering an eruption.
Holy cataclysms, what'll we do?
That is the village of Gorobi, near my birthplace. I will go at once. Kaze no yo ni hayaku!
Like that. He's able to save the village, but the rock slide is just the beginning.
Uh-oh, this is no ordinary earthquake.
Faster, my demon warriors! Faster! We must escape through the time gateway before the Shogun and his men capture and imprison us for our crimes.
It's always a criminal trying to escape justice. It's never a nice guy who's just looking for new friends. Sometimes I think we're jinxed.
The 13th century will never see me again. And now, to seal off the time corridor with my magical amulet.
So he's a poor man's Doctor Strange, and that amulet is his Eye of Agamotto. Only he uses it for naughty purposes. You can tell because he calls his followers demons. Demons are naughty.
I see the future has brought new territory to ravage and conquer.
The future has also provided more effective ways of dealing with guys like you. Want a demonstration?
And that village will be the first.
More likely the last, fugitive warlord. I am Samurai, and you shall go back to your own time period.
You are outnumbered, foolhardy samurai.
As if being outnumbered ever stopped a true samurai from taking care of business.
Demon warriors, attack!
By the great pagoda, your demon warriors are ghosts.
That should make it easier to deal with them. Just pound that armor flat so they can't get in it. If the armor don't walk, they can't attack.
Surrender to me, old man, or you and your people will perish.
No, please! Warlord, you have yet to finish with me.
All in due time, arrogant samurai. For now, I'll just keep you busy while I steal the village treasures.
What treasures? By all appearances, it's a simple little farming village. What does he expect to find there? The warlord uses his amulet to set Mount Fuji off again. This time, Batman and Robin are in the area in the Batjet, ready to deal with the eruption and lava flow.
Holy hot lava, Batman! We blocked it off!
And now to help Samurai with those warriors.
That proves that a landslide is like fire. It's not inherently good or evil in itself. That's determined by what you do with it. That was a good landslide.
And now to help Samurai with those warriors. Set the Batjet on automatic pilot, Robin.
Right, Batman. We'll just drop in on Samurai and give him a hand.
I don't know when they got the hang glider, but it looks like they've been practicing.
Holy empty armor, Batman. They're a pushover. Holy rapid repair jobs, Batman. These iron suits don't know when to quit.
Should have stayed with the hang glider. 3 more just grabbed Samurai.
You have been an amusing opponent, Samurai. But now, your time has come.
Kaze no yo ni hayaku!
Missed me. I'm not gonna finish this rhyme.
Don't move, or I will blast your masked friends.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
See, if you had worn it around your neck like Doctor Strange does, that wouldn't have happened.
Now your own amulet will deliver you back
Yeesh. Now I see why he wore the fancy hat.
into the hands of the Shogun and the justice of the 13th century.
No! Don't send me back!
It is time for your return trip, warlord. Kaze no yo ni hayaku!
Wait, if that's the amulet, what was that thing on his helmet that shot the beams and stuff? I suppose it doesn't matter. As quick as the portal is closed, the amulet vanishes. The village is saved.
And there was much rejoicing.
I have to say, overall, not bad. We saw all 4 super friends and the stories were fun. A warlord from the 13th century coming to the 20th century a few decades before his civilization discovers how to use gunpowder. Does he ever have a surprise coming? Because that ain't no crossbow. Bizarro was as weird as ever, and one of the nicest things about that character is he can be as weird as we want him to be and nobody asks questions. Just don't forget, if you're going to visit him, wear your blue suit. Just in case. The future has also provided more effective ways of dealing with guys like you. And where are you going?